I know you're going on is it a semi-social media detox? Because you deactivated your Facebook account.
Yeah. So I'm doing a social media detox right now, which is kind of cool. And it actually ties back, I think, to some of what we've talked about at Bodhi, of kind of this feeling of not enoughness. We don't have enough of X or Y or whatever the case is. So I said, you know what, Derek, like I just need to back off of social media for a little bit. So I deleted my Facebook. I had logged out of Snapchat and Instagram and some of the other social media networks out there. And so it's been really, I think, nice for me to actually take a step back and actually call people or have a conversation. You know, me and my roommate had a really great conversation the other night about what's truly going on in each other's lives. And it was really nice to, I think, have that moment of, let me really connect with people again in a real way and in a deeper way versus what surface you might see on social media. My name is Derek Brinkley. I am 31 years old, originally from Columbus, Ohio, and I am the Senior Director of Undergraduate Admissions and Recruitment, which is a mouthful, at Columbia College Chicago down in the South Loop. I grew up in a household where we really didn't go to church. I would go maybe once a year on Easter, for example, and that was about it. High school, I went to a private Catholic high school, and so it was a really big shift for me. I think going from an environment where we don't really talk about religion or spirituality whatsoever to going to an environment in which that we do. That was kind of an interesting upbringing, I think, having both the non-religious background growing up and then getting to high school and being in this environment where now you are going to Mass and you're learning a lot of things. And so I think, have an interesting view of, I think, religion in general. So I actually found Bodhi through my great friend, Stephen Barnes, who I think started going to Bodhi back in December. Kind of had tried it for the first time, and I know it was something he was really interested in. So in January, I went with him once and just honestly fell in love. And I think what was really great for me was kind of the music. I come from a musical background. My family are a bunch of musical folks.
So did Lola talk about like hip hop or her music background?
So she did, yeah. Okay. So I think it was so it wasn't during the first time I went to Bodhi, but during the second or third time I went to Bodhi, and she was talking about kind of her influences with hip hop. And it was, I think, really cool in a way to see, for me, seeing a white woman actually talking about hip hop culture and the music and the vibe. And it was just, I don't know, it made me feel comfortable and feel like I wasn't isolated or wasn't an outlier, or, you know, it made, I think, some of the music that I grew up with, it kind of validated, I think, my background in some ways. So it was really cool, I think, just to hear Lola's kind of passion behind hip hop. I have this thing that's going on this year. I'm doing a year of travel, which is really cool. So every month I have dedicated to do one trip a month for 2017. Every year I always do a goal for the calendar year, and then I do a goal for my age. So for example, this calendar year is the year of travel, but when I turned 31 in July, my goal was to say yes more. But also at the same time say no. So I think it's kind of a balance kind of a thing, being able to say yes and put myself out there and experience new things. But at the same time, if I really don't want to do something, to be able to just not do it and not have to give it an excuse or a reason why, and just be okay with saying, you know what, I don't want to do this. Goodness, I've done, you know, I have a sister who lives in Colorado, so I've gone to Colorado for a trip. I did Mexico twice, to Cabo and Puerto Vallarta. I took the Amtrak train up to Milwaukee for a weekend. I mean, I've done different things. I'm going to Egypt here in November, so that's like that is my signature like big trip. Whoa. Of the.
Is that like a bucket list item, or?
You know what? It never was a bucket list item necessarily, but I just recently in March or April, got certified as a scuba diver, and so this is like
you were doing big things this year.
It's a cool year.